What happens if you buy a player for 1 billion in FC25 career mode? Transfer window opens. Intense few weeks ahead of us for sure as fans, clubs and players are waiting for big moves. That is absolutely correct. I am really excited, guys, to see what's gonna be happening, because this year they've added a social media tab. How is the fans gonna react? How is Fabrizio Romano gonna be announcing this unbelievable transfer? Now, if there is one player that you could maybe spend 1 billion on, I feel like it is LAMINE YAMAL. Get him on a long-term contract. So right now, we're just gonna go ahead, approach to buy him. We're not gonna be paying the release clause because that is way too cheap. I don't think Barcelona could reject this, you know. They do need the money, even though it's for their best player. This is generational wealth, let's be honest. So we're doing them maybe a little bit of a favor. That is definitely a lot of money for a 16-year-old, but we are gonna be submitting that. Let's see how he reacts. Is there gonna be any new reactions? I'd say that's a reasonable offer. I hate when they do this. Reasonable offer? Can't they just add a sentence to when you overpay for a player or something? I mean, you know, of course it's a reasonable offer. Let's progress a few days to see if there is any talks from Fabrizio Romano regarding this transfer. So Arsenal are in talks with Liverpool. That is interesting that it's not reporting on the biggest transfer potentially in history. I don't think anyone is ever gonna be breaking this record. So let's get into negotiations then, and I'm sure things will happen after we have officially made this signing. So he's turning up. The agent is about to get probably the greatest commission she has ever seen in her life. So yeah, I think these negotiations are gonna go down great. Squad rotation 58,000. I mean, wow, this is very reasonable. Let's take a look at the cutscenes when he enters up to the training ground. Is there any changes this year for this cutscene as well? We are about to find out, I guess, doing the medical part of the deal. And he has received the number 13. This is definitely a Salah replacement, by the way. I have found the Salah replacement. So Liverpool, if you're watching this, maybe go ahead and replicate this in real life. We get an F rating for the negotiation. His market value is obviously 50 million, so stronger negotiation skills could have saved you 946 million pounds on this deal. We actually ended up getting a message from LAMINE YAMAL, which I didn't see, but he told me that he was excited about the transfer negotiations. So right now, I mean, surely there has got to be a lot of talk about this transfer. It's the greatest one in history. Liverpool's new owners outline ambition with new signing Yamal to usher in a new era at the club. We are going to keep advancing a little bit more and see if there's any, you know, here we goes from Fabrizio Romano. Lots of deals here, but is he actually not going to talk about the transfer of LAMINE YAMAL at all? Here we go, confirmed that was for Watkins. Here we go, confirmed Tottenham Hotspur have signed Williams. So he's reporting on this one. And there's a lot of posts about this transfer. You know, I think we're gonna have to do this one more time, because I literally see no talk about the biggest deal in history, which is very disappointing. Manchester City fans on cloud 9 as consortium confirms purchase and announces plans to make significant investments in the club. As we can see, a couple of people for some reason is not too happy about this, but guys, this is honestly gonna be incredible, because we are taking over City, but not the men's team. This is the women's team, and we're gonna try to sign a player for 1 billion. There really is only one player that we can buy here, and that is Bonmati. I just realized we have done this to Barcelona twice today. We only have 600,000 pounds left in the budget, so I don't know, the market value of the women players seem to be you know, kind of low. It's totally different to the men's side of the game, of course, the money involved in this. The value of an 84 rated player is just 140,000 pounds, guys. That is actually crazy, and she's only making 4,800. This is a Manchester City player. That is really good. So guys, the difference in wages and everything is unbelievable, man. Obviously I knew that already, but I thought on the game that, you know, they would make it kind of similar to the men's side of the game. But let's go ahead and advance, see if there's any talk in the media about, you know, this incredible signing. And is Fabrizio even reporting about any women signings? What should I be offering here? I actually don't have enough money. Wow, I only have 12,000. That is not going to be enough for a wage for the best women player in the world. I think I'm going to have to do this all over again, guys. What? That's a reasonable offer. I thought that was way too little. but they've actually accepted 12,000. I guess that's a lot for the women's game. But, I mean, is she actually making less than that in real life? She's the best woman player for probably the best women's team. Guys, the amount of money in the men's game is actually wild. I'm understanding right now how much money there is in football these days. She's having her medicals, and this guy's looking a little bit creepy there, staring way too much. It could have saved you 999.5 million. So Bon Mati, 91, the best women player in the world, is only worth 500,000 pounds. I guess that might be a lot in the women's game, but it doesn't sound like a lot. Manchester City's new owner outlined ambition with new signing Bon Mati to usher in new era at the club. Promising signing this window. I will have to share this, and someone is talking about the manager as well. Man City fans are hoping that the choice of Bon Mati will pay off. The pressure will surely be on the 26-year-old midfielder to step up his... Oh no. Guys, we have another glitch. To step up his game. Wow. EA, what are you doing? That's crazy. Either way, I'm really surprised that Fabrizio Romano is not reporting on this. You know, this is the craziest deal ever. Here we go, confirm this is for Liverpool. Here we go for Talisca. Boom, Lamar has signed. But, you know, nothing about my transfer. So I don't think Fabrizio Romano actually, you know, reports on the transfers that you make when you control the club. Only for other clubs, which is a little bit weird. I was kind of hoping for a little bit more. Yesterday I obviously made a video what happens if you are 13 years old in career mode, but I didn't think that this applies to the women's side as well. So yeah, keep Karim Benzema far away from this game. When EA Sports announced this feature of a social media tab in FC25 career mode, I was kind of hoping that, you know, a few things like this, for example, a really expensive transfer would get some specific talk in the media. You know, for example, if you give someone a really expensive contract, if a player makes a surprising signing or a surprising player that they sell, I was kind of hoping they would go into a little bit more detail. But as we can see, there's still so many great posts, you know, for Fabrizio Romano and other transfer journalists. But Fabrizio Romano, guys, as far as I know, does not report on anything that happens at your club, which is a little bit disappointing. I wish they could fix that. And also, guys, I might do this again, but try out to see what happens if you give someone a 1 billion in contract. I also want to mention quickly that I just posted episode 4 of my brand new player career mode series on my second channel, so go ahead and check that out right now if you want more content from me. Let's go for 5,000 likes on this video and subscribe to the channel for more.